So if you look back, you're dead right. Murdoch's main audience, whether it was the Times, the Sun really is where he's put his most explicit agenda on that front page, or News of the World. It was in the early days, it might have been the readership because he made lots of money of it. But eventually, especially by the 90s, that's declining. And what they're looking at is regulation to change and get the other deals. Their main audience was politics. Politicians. And if you look at phone hacking and you look at the riots of meetings with senior police officers, Rebecca Brooks, weddings, and you know, the explosion of, you know, the Gordon Brown losing a child, Sherry Blair, you know, all these stories about that politicians, you know, goes back to two classic cases, by the way, just to amplify where this all begins. I think it's 1991, 92, 91, David Mellor is cultural secretary, and there's been this horrible intrusion into Russell Grant. I mean, the TV presenter was dying of AIDS in hospital. They got a picture of him, and it was so shocking. The cultural secretary said they're drinking in the Last Chance Saloon, right? Within weeks, Southern Investigations, listen to the podcast, was targeted him and caught him, bugged apartment as having an affair. And he was essentially ousted. Paddy Ashdown, 1992, threatening to do a deal with John Smith. A letter is burgled from his solicitor, and he's having an affair, front page of The Sun, Paddy Ashdown. So it's an information operation in that classic on politicians, because that's how you control your business. That's how you control politics. You lobby Tony Blair about the Iraq War. Every one of Murdoch's papers, except one, 160, urged intervention, the invasion of Iraq, right? Social media changes. You don't need to do the politicians. You do the public, each individual one.
Like genuinely, in a way that Murdoch could only ever claim that his front pages influence the public in an abstract way. Now you can literally target people online.